Before the Bills receive the opening kick, let's go down to Tracy.
Thanks, Jim. Tom Brady dealing with a nagging Achilles injury, but told us no concern there. The concern is they are down to their third right tackle. No Marcus Cannon, no Lee Adrian Waddle, and no Trey Flowers, the defensive end. As for the Buffalo Bills, Calvin Benjamin still a week away. Cordy Glenn, no timetable for his return. LaShawn McCoy missed practice on Friday. He told us it's knee tendonitis, but he's good to go, Jim.
Yeah, McCoy was a full participant in practice, though, after missing that one day, and that tendonitis thing has happened to him several years in the past, late in the season. You see it is blustery here, Tony, and winds whipping almost up to 20 at times. 46 degrees here at kickoff. The Patriots have deferred and going to send it to the Bills.
Wind will play a role here. You'll see it a lot in the kicking game.
Kick only to about the 3 to Brandon Tate, who came into the league, drafted by the Patriots in 2009 out of North Carolina. Runs out of room on that right side, and let's bring out Tyrod Taylor.
Well, you're going to see Tyrod Taylor comes back in after Peterman came in and they tried him. I think this quarterback, and I said it earlier, it's going to go from game to game. If Taylor continues to play well, they're going to keep him in there. If he doesn't, there's a chance they go back to Peterman. Today, you can solidify your spot by beating this New England team. I'll tell you that right now.
Returning from that one-game benching last week to lead the Bills to a key road win at Arrowhead. And from the 28, they start. Looking around for options. Able to shake off a possible sack and then get tackled at the line of scrimmage by David Harris. So Tracy mentioned that Cordy Glenn is out, Taylor's left tackle, and Taylor hobbling a bit as he heads back to the huddle. Deion Dawkins, though, starts in place of Glenn. He's a second-round rookie out of Temple. And Zay Jones was another second-round pick out of East Carolina who was targeted 10 times in the game against the Chiefs. And Taylor was definitely shaken up on that tackle by Harris.
180. What is it?
Able to complete it to Deontay Thompson. And look at Taylor trying his best not to be taken out of the game. Gain of 9 with that last one. Here's where he got hurt, Tony.
He's going to land right on his foot right there and kind of twist it. You're going to see when that body falls right. Ooh. I think it. We'll see how he kind of handles it here. Sometimes it loosens up.
They got Joe Webb at quarterback. They got Webb at quarterback, and they've got Taylor split wide to the left on 3rd and 1. Webb, their 13 quarterback, is near the first down yard as it looks to have it.
Give credit to Rick Dennison right there with coming up with that plan. I mean, you're not going to have your quarterback take that hit on a 3rd and 1, which you know you're going to take that hit.
And there's Webb coming back into the huddle.
Ooh, kind of sneaking him, keeping him in there.
So Webb able to get the 1 yard needed. Peterman is the second-team quarterback. You alluded to his start out in Los Angeles against the Chargers. The 5 first-half picks before Taylor returned for the second half. It was the end of an ugly 3-game stretch for the Bills. And now McCoy gets a handle, his first, and it picks up 3 out to the 41. Matt Patricia's defense limited Miami last week to 221 yards. That's a season best by this squad. They also had 7 sacks in the game, which is a season high. As this defense continues to be a part of the reason why this 7-game win streak is active. There's Gilmore, the former Bill, coming over as a free agent. And that 7-game win streak, they have not allowed an opponent to score more than 17 points in a game. 2nd and 7.
What's it?
Here's the toss. McCoy's got running room. McCoy's got all kinds of running room as he takes it down to the New England 41, brought down by his former teammate Gilmore.
You're going to see a simple toss play. Now the key's the edge. Let's see if they get him blocked right here on the edge. Good job by a wide receiver. And you see that's Deontay Thompson sealing the edge against defensive end Cassius Marsh. And that's the key to the play. Can a wide receiver block at the end? Because if you get him leveraged, it's over. It's actually Eric Lee, who they got last week. Jim got a sack.
Yeah, in fact, he knows the Bills well because they signed him off the Bills practice squad. And now he starts today for the Patriots. On the slant, that's Zay Jones. And he makes that catch right in front of Gilmore. Going to mark him a little bit short of the first.
Well, they're controlling the line of scrimmage so far. It's a great game plan coming out for Buffalo. The only way to beat New England, keep number 12 on the sideline, control the line of scrimmage, run the ball, get in 2nd and 1, 2nd and 4s, 3rd and 1s, and move the chains.
Well, this is an impressive start for the Bills as they approach 4 minutes on the opening drive and face just 2nd and 1. Cadet in the game as well as McCoy, 2 running backs. Another toss to McCoy. He wants it. He's got the first. He's out of bounds after a pickup of 4. LaShawn McCoy, he's a couple of games away from reaching 10,000 yards in his career on the ground. Of course, he started all those years in his career in Philadelphia. He was not happy. He was angry, he told us yesterday, about being traded to the Bills. Now he loves it here. Absolutely loves it here.
Well, I actually think when you come here and you're around these people in this city, it's a great place. And you can't help but fall in love with this place for here.
They empty it out now on 1st down from the New England 27 as Taylor pass incomplete. Now, one of the points you made before the game is when they put drives together, the Bills better be talking about 7 and not 3.
Absolutely. I mean, the thing is, it's nice to have drives. Everything's well. And against most teams, you're just trying to, be smart with the football and do things right. Well, not against New England. You have to finish with touchdowns. If you don't finish with touchdowns, they're just going to pull away. You know they're going to score. We're looking at maybe the top offense in the NFL as far as being able to go to a lot of different guys. And these are big plays every time you get down here.
2nd and 10. Travaris Cadet next to Taylor in the backfield. He releases. Taylor looking for an option. Finds one. It's Clay. Charles Clay with the catch, and they've got another 1st down. Their 4th first of this opening series. That's a gain of 11.
This is a good job. It's a 3-man rush. And you're going to see Clay run the flat route up and then stop. He feels it's not an actual route design. That was him just feeling the quarterback moving and then being like, here's the soft spot. And give Taylor credit. 3-man rush. Quarterback, that's your ability to buy time when they rush 3. Is the secret to beating the 8-man drop coverages.
So now they move inside the red zone with a new set of downs at the 17. They go inside the Clay. They fake the toss to McCoy, and they able to bust it up the middle and pick up another 7 with Charles Clay running the football. His first carry of the season. I think actually going to count that as a pass, a shovel pass. So Clay with back-to-back receptions, and again the Bills continue to pick up chunk plays. They've got a 2nd and 3 at the 10. Clay with an 11-yard catch, and that goes as a 7-yard catch. Calling on McCoy with the wiggle and near the first, but stopped short. Big 3rd and 1 coming up if you're going to talk about setting a pace here of getting 7s instead of 3s.
This is the key to the game right here. These short yardage 3rd down and then the red zone. 7s, not 3s. And you're going to see both of them on this specific play. New England does a great job of reducing their front, which means they'll bring a bunch of big guys in the game. They'll put them right over the center and guard, and they will make you have to run the ball wide and try and string the play out and make a tackle.
So they bring in reinforcement. Patrick DeMarco, Kari Lee, Henderson. They go big on 3rd and 1. And they're able to pick up the first with McCoy near the 5. Alan Branch on the tackle, but not until the Bills pick up another 1st down, and they've kept the football now approaching 7 minutes at the start.
Watch the right guard. You're going to see Koss right there. He pulls. This offense is built around a Shanahan-type system, right? It's a zone. That means everybody on the line slides in a zone. You're blocking a zone. That's a man scheme right there. And that man scheme is sometimes gets other teams because they're not prepared for it. Good job by Buffalo.
This is already the 2nd longest drive of the season. 1st and goal. Taylor. Time. Throws. Picked off. Dreadful throw. And is picked off by his former practice squad teammate, Eric Lee, signed by the Patriots just a week ago.
Are you kidding me? Eric Lee comes last week, gets a sack this week, starts the game perfectly. Interception, New England.
With the goal line interception, Patriots' 5th red zone takeaway of the year and the 3rd straight game. They had one down in Mexico City against Oakland right before the half. Last week against Miami, a red zone takeaway, and now to open up the game. First snap for the Pats, and it's up the middle with James White showing a quick burst and a gain of about 6.
So watch the subtle movement. We talked earlier. Alan Branch is going to push Taylor. Move. Slide. Branch pushes the pocket on Eric Wood and touches him. We talked earlier about Brady's ability to slide subtly in the pocket. It's a gift. That's why Tom Brady is special. And Taylor needs to feel that more. That's a 3-man rush. There's one guy. Just slide away.
You're saying they wanted 7s instead of 3s. Now they wish they could have 3s instead of 0s.
Turnovers.
That was the longest drive of the season by time for a Patriot opponent. They still come up empty. There's the completion. And Amendola has a first down out to about the 23. Tom Brady has led this offense, the #1 offense in the league. And they have scored in 15 straight quarters. And watch them, too. They have scored on their first possession of the last 5 halves of football. And you see the 26 wins against Buffalo. Josh McDaniels, of course, the link. And the 26 wins by Brady is tied with Brett Favre, 26 wins against Detroit for most wins by a quarterback against a single opponent. On first down, it's White. And he's tripped up after a gain of about 2 by Hoyer. Patriots have David Andrews back. He had been out the last 2 games because of an illness, and Ted Karras did a fantastic job winging for him. And by the way, Cameron Fleming at right tackle with Cannon out. Gronk with the 2 touchdowns last week, raised 20 minutes from this very stadium. Second and 8 out of the backfield, Burkhead. And he's wrestled down by Preston Brown. Leslie Frazier, the former Vikings head coach, is the first-year D coordinator here. They need to start putting some pressure into the mix here. Their 17 sacks is the 2nd worst in the league. Maybe Alexander can provide some of that. White, the rookie out of LSU, drafted in the 1st round, was a very solid pick. He's had a good rookie year. 3rd and 2. Brady's pass on the mark to White for another first down. JB and Boomer have update duties today in the studio in New York.
Chiefs exploding out the gate. I'll tell you what, Alex Smith is already 5 of 511, 111 yards, 2 TDs. This is the second one to Travis Kelce. They take a 14-0 lead over the Jets. They are off to a flying start, JB. Jim Nance, Tony Romo, and Tracy Wolfson.
All right, guys, and part of the big story there was announced this morning that Andy Reid gave up play calling duties to Matt Nagy, his offensive coordinator. And boy, has he come out and started with a bang with 2 quick touchdowns.
Well, that shows you actually.
First down play, and what a tackle. As Lewis is hammered down by Davis for no gain.
I mean, back to the Andy Reid. It shows you how smart Andy Reid is, and you're going to see, watch this right here. Ryan Davis comes in and goes, boom. That didn't feel good right there for Deion Lewis, who ran so well last week. Gets out of the first one by Coleman, first tackle. Anyway, Andy Reid doing that is a great decision because it gets rid of all your tendencies. At this point in the season, you have tendencies. And every team.
2nd and 9 as Burkhead fights and bounces around for another first down. So you get something fresh going this time of year.
You do, and watch Gronk right here. Watch this block down. He's going to take Coleman and move him. That creates the hole. For a tight end to do that, who can also catch 7 touchdowns already and leads, 1st or 2nd in every stat. I mean, that's the Patriot way right there. We're eventually going to get the Reid story in.
1st and 10. Brady hit when he threw it, and alas, it's wide of the mark for Gronkowski. Let's go down to Tracy.
Jim, we saw Tyrod Taylor get hurt on that first play and then again hit on the interception. It's his left knee. He went into the blue tent to be examined. I was given the thumbs up and told he will return.
I think it's going to be really hard to take him off that field. You saw that first couple of plays after the opening snap when he was hit. And Looked like the ankle had been rolled, but it's a knee, they're saying. He was going to do anything in his power to stay out there.
And he should. I tell you, that's job security playing.
Cooks on the reverse for another first down to the Buffalo 42.
If he goes out on that field, as you see a penalty on the field there, if he goes off that field and gives Peterman an opportunity, Peterman could win a game or two. A game like today goes a long way in the minds of your coaches and everybody. So if you're Taylor, you're playing. If you're not injured and you have a chance to do it, you're absolutely going to play.
Block in the back. Offense, number 77. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay. Second down.
Nate Soldier.
You're going to see him right here, and he doesn't have to do it. It's like 8 yards downfield. Cooks already has 10 yards if he doesn't even touch the guy. Have to have a little awareness at the end of the play.
So that may slow him down for a moment. Spot foul makes it 2nd and 15 back at the Patriots 42.
Soldier's been playing pretty good. Started off the season rusty. Playing good now, though, lately.
There's Brady with time in the pocket. Time to launch it to an open man, Amendola. And he got them both down. Big gain here for New England.
So it's a cover 2, which means the safety's deep, and you see a hole shot right there by Amendola. Underneath the hide, over the top of the corner, gains, and boy, what a perfect throw on the sideline. It's windy here, too. That was a pierced throw by Tom Brady.
Amendola with his second catch on the drive. That one went for 27. A drive that began back at the 9. Brady thinks about it 2 or 3 times and then is hit back at the line of scrimmage. So that'll go as a sack.
Well, you're going to see out and ups by the receivers on the outside, and Gronk runs the seam, and just everybody gets covered. Look at the out, and then up. Great job being disciplined by Buffalo. They're going to make you drive the field, and Tom looks left, looks right, looks back, and then he's like, okay.
Second and 10. Ball at the Bills, 31. Lewis on him right away. That's Washington. Again, they have come out the start of a half better than any team in the league, including going back to the Denver game, second half, first possession, touchdown. Both halves, Mexico City against the Raiders, touchdowns. Both halves, Miami last week, opening with touchdowns.
Tom.
Here it's a 3rd and 11. Well protected. And incomplete in the area of Cooks. And they'll call on Gostkowski for a long, windy field goal.
So you saw the subtle movement and the ability to buy time. But watch, here's Cooks. He's going to run a deep down, and then he's going to come in the field. And Tom, he's sliding. Cooks gets open right now. And now he's late, and he felt the backside guy coming over. And when he felt him, he didn't want to be risky with the throw because he knew he was just a hair late. And he's upset with himself, though.
50 yards for Gostkowski. And the kick, no problem.
Wow, he made that look easy. It's windy here, too. That was impressive.
Gostkowski now 4 for 4 from 50-plus this year.
And by the 2018 Ford F-150, it doesn't just raise the bar, it is the bar.
Magnificent Niagara Falls, just 17 miles from Buffalo here in western New York. Tom Brady walked off the field, and he was not happy.
To say the least. He walked off, he was upset. He was a little upset he missed an open in cut. But I think he's a little upset with his coach for telling him he missed the open in cut.
Here's Tate. What a block. The return only out to about the 20 as Jones ends it. Is this what you were talking about?
Yeah, you're going to see Josh is like, you had the in cut. He was open. And Tom's like, you know what? I know he was open. You know what? I know he was open. I know it. I'm just telling you.
I'm glad it's that civilized.
Yeah,
I always wonder.
It's so nice right in those situations. When you miss something like that, you don't want to and the coach is like, man, we had the perfect play. He designed it, spent all week going over it, and then you miss it, and he's like, gotta hit it. And you're like, I know. You think I wanted to miss?
Well, there's Lee. Lee is going to get credit for a sack. The knee was down before he tried to unload it and save the sack.
I'm telling you, Lee's impressive. I mean, he's here a week ago. He plays the rollout perfectly in the bootleg and just tips it right there. Look at the effort. I mean, he might have found a steal here just based on effort. And
so he's 5 quarters into his Patriot career. He's got 2 sacks and a pick.
At this point, he's the most productive player in the NFL.
The rate he's going from Buffalo to New England to Canton. I mean, it's an amazing start from a practice squad.
Well, do you remember we were talking, and this happens all the time. So when you're playing quarterback in the NFL, what happens is during the season, and I thought it was Marsh because we've called games before. 55's been Marsh all year, and then they got Lee, and so then you're like, oh, yeah, that's right. It's Lee. And so then you're sitting there, and Tom even goes through that. As a quarterback for the team, he looks up last week against Miami. Him and Amendola are sitting on the bench, and he looks at the monitor, and he's like, oh, good job by Eric Lee.
Yeah, who is that? They both had no idea.
He looks at Amendola, and he's like, who's Eric Lee? He knows who he is now.
3rd and 11. Taylor escapes up the middle, and he's going to pick up the first down. Oh, he's still in bounds, they say. Cuts around Chung.
He's still going.
They've got him ruled out. They've given up on the play. But he did pick up a first.
They got about 16 yards, 17 yards before he stepped out. Right. Not there, but there.
Into the quarter.
Right after a new Big Bang Theory, CBS Thursday.
This was the last play of the first quarter. They said Taylor was out right here after an 18-yard gain. You know, you can't say, I mean, it looks to be out, but you can't say for sure if the foot is over the out-of-bounds line or if, not reviewable.
It's not reviewable. They blow the whistle.
Still a big 18-yard run on 3rd and 11. And that's Joe Webb, who has now seen action on 3 different snaps. That's a 3-yard pickup.
Trying to bring back that, remember the one game where the Wildcat beat New England? I think Miami brought it up.
Sperano was the coach of Miami. He went up there, and everybody in the league said, what did they do? Ronnie Brown was the running back to kind of handle the duties.
Well, that's how you beat New England. You got to come up with a different scheme. You have to do something a little different because they're going to take away what you normally do well. It's your ability to adapt that can give you a chance.
2nd and 7. And unloaded over to Clay. Charles Clay. McCoy. McCoy. It's an interesting little move he tried to make to get around McCourty. Just a pickup of 3. So 3rd on the way. And tonight, in its 50 years, 60 Minutes has brought you some incredible moments. See the best of America's most watched news broadcast tonight only CBS. 50 years of 60 Minutes. Three for 3 on 3rd down conversions, including 3rd and 11 earlier on this drive. Needs 4 for the first here. And it falls incomplete. Pass was intended for McCoy. It was not exactly right there where it was automatic catch.
And watch right here. Watch the receivers come in. They're trying to run a little pick play, but if Taylor reads this out, you're going to find the receiver's open right here, and he throws it to McCoy, and you see right there, I believe it was Andre Holmes, just could have thrown an easy slant for an easy play, but the design of the play is for the running back. Sometimes you got to progress through it and just find the guy.
Colton Schmidt. He's the punter. And he booms one. That flies all the way to the end zone. Hit it too good. Just a net of 36. Good intense start here at Orchard Park. 3-0 Patriots. Early 2nd.
So Dave here.
All right, the Bills trying to keep their fans engaged. A 3-0 beginning here for New England with its second series of the game on this magnificent 13-game road win streak. And the first play of this series, dump off to White, and a first down picked up on a gain of 12. They've won 13 straight on the road. The last 12 of them quarterbacked by Tom Brady. And look at these numbers, just Star Wars numbers, crazy, almost incomprehensible. Right at 300 yards a game. How about the 30-2 touchdown to pick?
Yeah, I think these are better than Star. Like Luke Skywalker's not putting up these numbers. And this is him playing his best of his career. This kind of stretch.
Deion Lewis. He might have been able to break that for a long way, but Milano brought him down after 4.
You're going to see the running backs and tight ends who are utilized more than any other team in the league. New England throws to running backs and tight ends more than anything. When they throw to the receivers, they really want big plays. Cooks is averaging the most yards per reception by anybody, who has over 50 receptions. I mean, they do it all. Down the field, short passes, touchdowns to ground, and then they come out and pound you right here.
2nd and 6. Devlin the fullback. Lewis runs behind him and has a nice game for another first down. Running behind Shaq Mason. And a gain of 7. Thursday, this is a good game coming up. The NFC South Showdown. New Orleans takes on Atlanta. Thursday Night Football, NFL Network, NBC, and streaming live on Amazon Prime Video. This will be another crucial game in that NFC South. There's 3 teams that are really jockeying for it all. Carolina the 3rd. You'll see Atlanta and New Orleans coming up. First down, 42. Lewis. They run him up the middle for 4 more. Yeah, Deion Lewis, when he's been healthy, in games he's played as a Patriot, they're 26-2. This is a guy that, he's had a kick return for a touchdown a few weeks back at Denver, had his first career 100-yard game against Miami last Sunday.
He used to be James White before James White. Yeah. He was electric in the pass game. Look at that 5-yard average per carry.
There's a 2nd 6. Brady falls down, and the ball is ruled incomplete in an awkward moment.
I think Tom's foot gets tipped. Yep, right there. You see Burkhead. He tips the back of it. Ooh, he's throwing it from a knee. No, that's a throwaway. He's fine. That's going to be an incomplete pass. Buffalo, I'll tell you this. Even though they've had the interception, if they can get a stop right here, this is going to be as good as you can have. You've controlled the game, the tempo. You held the ball for over 10 minutes. You've kept Brady on the side. I mean, if you can get a 3 now or a 3rd and 6 and get off the field here, you got to feel good, especially if you go put points.
He might have had his knee down before he threw the pass.
Yeah, but no one touched him.
Buffalo is challenging the ruling on the field that the quarterback was not down by contact.
Well,
so challenge is out by Buffalo.
I mean, it's not your own guy's contact. It's got to be a defender who's got to touch you. I mean, if Burkhead was in a different uniform, I mean, yeah, he's down, but there's no Bill who made him go down. I mean, it's like throwing from the ground. You ever see a guy trip falling out of center? You trip, fall out of center, and I've seen Brady complete a pass from the ground.
Get back up and pass it from there.
You throw it away.
So the Bills are challenging, hoping for about an 8-yard difference if somehow they win the challenge.
I don't know where they're going with Buffalo with this challenge. I mean, it's an incomplete pass unless there's something very rare that comes up here.
So Tom's over there saying, we're going to win this. It's not going to go against us, and we're going to have what? Guys, we're going to have 3rd and 5. So what do we want to do?
That's exactly what you're doing. You're telling the coach, what is it going to be? He's like, it'll be 3rd and 6. All right, what do you like? I like these. Let's stick with the first call we're going to make on our 3rd and medium call. We got a 3rd and 3 to 6. This is our first call. Here it comes. We'll see if McDermott loves. Oh, here comes the call.
After review, the ruling is that although the quarterback did go down, he was not contacted by a defensive player. Therefore, he is not down by contact. It is an incomplete forward pass. Buffalo will be charged with their first timeout, and that is their first challenge of the half.
That's what McDermott